to Beccas By The Bay. I'm Becca, your South Texas soaper, and today we are making liquid shampoo. Yes, we are. Okay, so this is what I've been making in the past, and it's okay. It works good. I like liquid, and now that I'm making liquid soaps and I feel really spoiled, I don't have a liquid shampoo. So what I'm doing, and it is recommended, is I have like some mini ones of this, and this has all of our lovely tons of massive ingredients of good stuff. And this normally costs, I think $14 on Etsy, and I really can't sell it for less than probably $10 because it costs so much to make the bar. I'm thinking I can reduce my price by making the liquid shampoo. So that's what we're going to do today. So this has been a super helpful book by Catherine Failor, Failor. She's got some really good recipes in here, but the way I'm making them, I am making them more towards the 30-minute processing versus hers take 3 hours. So I'm using the ultimate guide to liquid soap making process, and I took one of her shampoo recipes and I tweaked it to be my own. So it's based off of her Hawaiian Island shampoo. And so it's got castor oil, organic cocoa butter, organic coconut oil. I've added flaxseed oil, jojoba oil, abyssinian oil. We've got nettle leaf, dandelion, and rosemary infused into a tea. We have added glycerin. We've got sugar for bubbles and thickness, and we have salt for thickness. We have citric acid to help with the pH, and also to help with any kind of soap scum or any kind of buildup in your hair or products. The citric acid will help remove that. And there's a lot going on in here. We have silk amino acid added as well. We have marshmallow root powder. And this is from Wholesale Supplies Plus. This is added as well. We're adding, and I have a ton of this in stock right now. So I have coconut cream from Trader Joe's. We're adding that. We've got buttermilk, goat milk, and my thickener of choice that works really good with all this stuff is agar powder. It is a seaweed natural botanical, and they make desserts and all kinds of crazy stuff with it, and vegans do things with it to make stuff gel. So what we're using as a natural thickener and enhancer for your hair. Also, we're adding pure lime essential oil. This is from Essential Depot. This is really, really good for hair growth, a whole bunch of stuff. I can't even list all the good things that lime essential oil is good for. And I'm going to call this lime and coconut because my original, and as I'm waiting for this to melt down a little bit more, my original product I started off with at Beccas By The Bay was a very simple sugar scrub called lime and the coconut, with coconut shredded, organic coconut, and organic cane sugar and essential oils and really good oils and things like that. And it is still our #1 seller. Well, I've been making this gift for people for years upon years, and they love it. They keep requesting it, and it just blows my mind that people they just love it. So we're going to make a line of stuff to go with it. We're going to do the shampoo. I'll probably do a lotion. Let's see. Let's look at to the shampoo. So I think that's where we're at. Borax also helps neutralize your liquid soap and helps thicken it. I haven't gone more than 2 tablespoons per pound, and that seems to be the sweet spot for me. And we're using the salt at 8% and the cane sugar at 5%, and we're adding 4 ounces of glycerin to 1 pound of oils. Lots of good stuff going on in here. Okay, so, and if you're looking for this is fairly expensive unless you go to your Asian markets. I think it's like $1 an ounce. This was 6 ounces, and I was able to find this affordably eBay from another seller. And so this was, I think, $6.69 with free shipping, which is about $1 an ounce, and that's really cheap because usually a pound of this is going to cost you 32, 35 or more dollars. So, and it's a great natural element, sea botanical to add to your Bath and Body products. So I'm excited to get it started. And let's see, it's 12:30. I should be done in time for lunch. We're gonna have a late lunch today. So when I've got my silk aminos here and all that with my essential oils, all that set aside, we are at, ooh, we're hot, we're at 200. We're trying it down to low. Just trying to, if you can see it, I've got a little bit of the shampoo bar shredded in there, and I'm sure it's going to incorporate in and melt down fully. It's not there yet. Let's move this out of the way. Okay, so what we have here is our KOH liquid soap lye with our tea. So this is our tea, and I got some oils that were on here. But this is our nettle leaf, our dandelion, and our rosemary. So we grow rosemary here organically, and that was dehydrated at a low temperature, and all of this was infused prior. So see how this goes. Am I plugged in? Nope, I'm not. Bring it in a little closer. Trying to see where my crock pot has a very short cord, so got our safety gear on. This is extra splashy when it's a really low batch like this, so just be careful when you're working with liquid soaps. Extra splashy. I'm doing a 2-to-1 lye ratio, which should help this saponify quicker. Slower than I thought. We're at 195. Okay, we're starting to see some progress. Castor oil is super good and nourishing for your hair. Helps with hair growth, helps prevent hair loss. Lots of good stuff. Dandelion root, nettle leaf, all of that's really good at strengthening your hair follicles and really good stuff. I don't have any horsetail though, but I've got so many really good ingredients. There we go. I see some progress happening. Do you see it? We're getting opaque-y. Whoops. My blendy stick. spinning. Having a slight volcano-ish thing happening here. I think we're okay. It smells really good. Seriously, smells really good. Now, the bar I had in here probably is going to get cooked out, but this had lavender and bergamot, which is very close to, bergamot is very close to lime, and I really prefer the lime. I think I was just using up what I had at the time. You can smell the tea. Oh my gosh, it smells so good. So we're cooking this until we get a clear soap and pH neutral soap. So I'm going to be testing for clarity and pH probably in a few more minutes because it looks like I'm really nice. It's really, really nice. Oh, looks so good. All right, we're going to be testing this in just a few more minutes. So I've tried out a lot of the liquid soaps I've been making as shampoos. I haven't been happy with any of them as a shampoo. They're great as shower gels, bath wash. I haven't found one that I liked as a bubble bath yet, so I'm going to try out some bubble bath recipes later today and see if I can get something a little bit more sustainably bubbly for, you know, lounging and soaking in the tub. So we're going to be trying that out later too. Can't wait to try this. I cannot tell you how excited I am. It's looking really good. All right, let's get the glass. And my alcohol. Now, I'm not sure about adding an egg to this. I think if I add an egg to this at some point, it would get all scrambly-gambly. And, I mean, there is egg in it from the one that I ground up. Let's see. Where's my water? So this is my distilled water. Pour some in here. Oh, this looks pretty good. I'm gonna need more than that, probably. Good dolloping in there. Ooh. Probably need my water a little bit hotter than what it is. Spray down with some rubbing alcohol. Now it's not going to be completely super duper clear, only because it has tea. You know, it has a tea. But you can you guys see that? Oh, it's so hard to show it on this camera. That I'll show it like that. It's pretty clear, considering it's a tea. And it's going to keep cooking. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to check my pH, make sure my pH is good. I've been cooking these for more than a half an hour, at least an hour total after I've added my ingredients. So I dipped it in my pH thingy, strippy. We are between the 7 and the 8, so we are neutral. We're good. So this can go back in the pot. And at this point, this is when I add, now that I'm pH neutral, this is when I add my salt and my sugar. I've already added my citric acid. This is my salt and my sugar. Now, part of my water weight is, this is part of my dilution. So when I'm rehydrating this soap, whatever you're seeing that I'm adding fluid is part of my dilution. So I'm going to be diluting this at 35% soap, 65% distilled water with other good goodies. Other good goodies. That even makes sense. Alright, so this I'm going to have to heat up my borax one more time. It's not quite mixed up. So waiting on that. Turn this back up to high to get this cooking and clear. We're at 170, which is pretty good. So we're just going to make sure we stay warm enough to get everything incorporated and diluted. There's bubbles. Bubbles are happening. So exciting. All this mixed in. So I also need to add, I'm going to heat this up a little bit more too. Gotta get the borax pretty hot with your distilled water. Otherwise it like recrystallizes. Scooby-Doo. Oh, so frustrating. Okay. A little bit more. The water dilution is good to go. It's hot. You don't want to add cold water when you're adding your dilutions. Some very nourishing botanical shampoo. It's gonna be awesome. I will probably try this out tomorrow and let you guys know what I think of it. Still have some soap paste in here a little bit, so I'm gonna make sure it's all mixed in real good. just about there. So you can kind of see right now this has a little bit of soap chunk paste in it that's gonna melt in, but it's kind of liquidy right now, which don't worry, it will thicken. And as it cools down, it will thicken some more. There's my borax. Woo! And I'm going to add, since it is a lot thinner than I thought it would be, I'm going to add a little bit more agar, because depending on the recipe, I'm adding about anywhere from a teaspoon to a tablespoon. And you can probably add as much as you need to. And it does thicken up once it gets heated up. So here's our buttermilk, our goat milk, and our coconut milk with our agar. That is all going in there. I also have added the marshmallow root, which is also kind of a thickener as well. So that's got my essential oils, and my silk aminos are going to be the last thing I add when my soap has cooled down to under 100 degrees. I'm not going to add it now because it's going to ruin the integrity of the essential oils. I'm at 150, or just too hot to add something like that. You're going to spend money on quality ingredients. You don't want to ruin them by like burning them or heating them up too high. So far, so good. It's going to keep thickening. Trust me, I know I just added the agar. I have some soap that I can show you that thickened up a lot. This is actually body shower gel. It is just super viscous and thick and creamy and luxurious. So this is what we're using in the shower until I get, I've been testing it out until I get one of those pump dispensers in a family size. That's coming in the mail. And then I'll just keep refilling it. Also, I'll be adding a preservative. You want to add this when this is all cooled off. So when it's around 90 degrees or room temperature is when you want to add your preservative. And I'm using Jamal Plus broad spectrum. Since there's milks in this, you really have to add a preservative. Otherwise, you could probably have, we just don't want any problems with bacteria. So liquid soaps, they're going to always have water, and water breeds bacteria. So we want to have a nice, safe, clean product. And the salt is a natural preservative. The borax is a natural preservative. The citric acid is a natural preservative. I think the sugar helps with that as well, if I read that correctly. So lots of things are already in the liquid soaps that I'm making that are natural preservatives. But I want some assurance that if I bottle this, I'm not going to have some kind of weird microbe get in there and do something and have a party, and we don't want any microbe parties. So we're just going to be safe. Pretty liquid. So we're just really waiting for this to just kind of get clearer and thicker. Pretty liquidy right now. So I've got it on high to evaporate probably a little bit of everything that's going on in here and incorporate the milks and the seaweed botanical. This is a lot thinner than I usually have been making, so I'm just curious if that's because of the flax oil and the jojoba that are in here. I need to add something else to thicken it up. You can use guar gum. I'm worried about it clumping. I'd rather try more of the seaweed. So usually it's a lot thicker than this, and I don't want it this thin. So we're just gonna add more. I added 1 tablespoon. I'm thinking this is a lot thinner than it usually is, so I'm gonna add the 2. And I need to scoop out some of this. I need a bigger scooper than this, but I'm gonna work with what we got. I know as the agar cooks, it thickens and it rehydrates as it's cooking, so it might not be at its full thickening potential just yet. This recipe just need extra thickening. Add that to my notes. I added extra agar. You know, the citric acid thickens it as well. I could add a little more of that. We want something thicker. We want it thick and beautiful. So. I'm mixing it in here first so I don't have any lumps of anything. Make sure I don't have any lumpy bumps. More citric acid. Now, what people were saying is if you add the shredded soap like that, it usually helps to thicken it up as well. So, it might be just the recipe is on the thinner side than I thought. Maybe next time I'll only dilute it at 40%. Got another liquid soap here that should help thicken it. This is a thicker soap I've got over here that I made. And that should help as well. Waiting for it to thicken. Well, I think the castor oil, I'm gonna have to read my notes. I can't remember if castor makes it thinner or thicker. If I had added olive oil, definitely would have been thicker. So I may have to reformulate this a little bit. Add some olive oil next time. Still good shampoo. Really good. So I'm going to show you guys, because I know it's done. Kind of put spoonful in. So that was just a spoonful with my sprayer. I don't know if I can see those. I'm gonna need more bubbles. I mean more soap. More soap. More soap. So with these big luxurious bubbles. Really nice. Smells really good. Not the consistency I'm looking for, but we will try again with olive oil next time, I guess, and I will show you guys what it looks like. So it's done cooking, and we're at 140. I'm just gonna have to let it cook out a little bit more, I think, to thicken it up. And I'll have to bring you guys back because I think it's going to take at least another half hour. So I will bring you guys back, let you know how it thickened up and how long it took, and I will reformulate. And I think adding olive oil for sure will make it a lot thicker. We'll see how that comes out. So thanks for hanging in with me. on this experimental journey of making liquid shampoo. It's going to be fabulous, even though it's thin. So we're going to thicken it up a little bit more, and we'll show you guys what that looks like later. And have a beautiful day. We'll see you guys later. And then if I'm making bubble bath or something else, I will show you guys what I'm up to. So thanks for hanging out with me. All my links are down below. We've got some great gift sets happening for the holidays at Beccas By The Bay on Etsy. Check it out. We have next day shipping. I'm super fast at shipping. As soon as the order comes in, it gets packaged and sent out. So I know you guys are just excited to get our stuff as I am to give it to you. So have a beautiful day, and we'll see you guys later.